when I got back from the audition, and she would say, "How was it?" And I'd say, "It was, it was okay. It was okay. I mean, I think that it went okay." And for a while, it was like that. And at a certain point, I think she ended up getting the same feedback, which was, "Yeah, it was okay. It was okay. She was good. It was fine." I think that in the beginning, I sort of lacked the courage to make any choice that was pronounced or different or in my own voice or in the voice of whatever I was choosing to be. And she was one of the first people who sort of took that feedback and really said to me, you have one chance when you go in there. You sort of have to start taking risks. And that was really good advice. I find that usually ignoring people's bad behavior takes away its power, because most people are behaving badly to get a reaction. So if you ignore it and it doesn't affect you, it's sort of, it becomes a moot point. But then there are the actors who, and it's sort of unbelievable to even think that they exist, but there are the actors who will sort of, try and fuck you up when you're in a scene with them. And that I find so sad, really, but also a little bit despicable. And in that case, you just sort of goes back to what happens when you're in the middle of chaos. You just sort of have to focus. And unfortunately, at its very best, acting can be about reacting in a moment and having fun with someone and having it be that, that tennis game where it goes back and forth. And unfortunately, sometimes that professional part of the word being in front of the actor means that, you are getting paid to do it. And sometimes you have to do it by yourself. And sometimes you have to create the feeling of a tennis game where no tennis game exists. And, that day you just worked really hard for your money. Once I did my first high school play, I ended up doing every high school play from then on. And my parents got that last 2 years of high school to sort of get used to the idea. And in a way, I have a memory of them sort of coming to this one play, and at the end, them feeling like, yeah, okay, you should try this. It was immensely empowering for them to say, go do it, because a lot of people deal with people going, oh, fuck that, you can't be an actor. It's the hardest job in the universe, especially your parents, because parents, for obvious reasons, love you more than anyone else in the whole world. But I think that my parents, hopefully, saw that I could do it. And they had the faith to know that I would. And by the way, that was a faith that I had to sort of like come back to them and get some of when I didn't have any of my own. But they knew. They did.